Hello, everyone. My name is Russell Medley, and I am currently a K through 6 physical education teacher in St. Mary's, Kansas. This is my ninth year teaching overall and my eighth in St. Mary's. So I'm excited to kind of get started. First off, why I want to become a principal. And actually, I'm not in any rush at this moment of my life to become a principal. I got two little ones, and I'm just trying to survive day by day. And I'm actually pretty happy with my role currently as a PE teacher in our district. But I think it's something that down the line, if an opportunity presents itself, I want to be ready. And so I want to grow in my field in education, and I just think it's kind of the next step in my journey, and just continuing to better myself in my profession. Um, why also I want to become a principal is because throughout my years I've been around and worked with different administrators, and I've seen a lot of great administrators and picked up a lot of great things from them. On the flip side of that, though, there are times when I have had negative interactions with administrators, or don't always agree with their stance on issues or the way they go about their business. And so for me, I kind of want to use that as motivation to be the type of administrator that I feel like our kids would deserve and our teachers would feel comfortable with. And so I guess overall, that's kind of why I would like to be a building administrator or principal. Um, as far as my supervising responsibilities, I am a coach. I do junior high football. I'm the head coach for our junior high girls and junior high boys basketball teams, as well as an assistant coach for our high school track team. And so obviously there's just a lot of supervising going on with our student athletes. Also, though, with our being a head coach and having assistant coaches under me in basketball, um, supervising them and just kind of giving feedback throughout the season at the end of the season, just to help better our program in that regard. Also, in my job as a PE teacher, there's a lot of great things that I try and do district wide. We do a fifth and sixth grade track meet, just one example. That requires a lot of planning, a lot of organization, and of course, a lot of supervising the day of the event, just making sure we have all our ducks in a row and that we are taking care of business. So those are just some brief examples I can think of as far as my supervising responsibilities. As far as evaluation and my experience with it, in our district, and I'm sure most of you are familiar with, we do what's called e-walkthroughs, where our administrator will just come in briefly for about 5 minutes. She'll take a quick snapshot of kind of what it is we're doing, and then at the conclusion of their walkthrough, we get an email copy of her responses and what she saw and how students were engaged and technology being used and all that. So that's kind of a great little. I know it's for our district where they gather all that information and just kind of see as a whole what our district looks like and areas that maybe we can improve. And then, of course, we have our formal evaluations where they'll set up a time and come in and observe us and evaluate us. And then at the conclusion of that, then we will meet with them and kind of go over what they saw, what they liked, and then, of course, areas of improvement. And kind of watching some of the other videos on here, I noticed some were saying that they kind of thought that the feedback as far as areas that they can improve and things like that was kind of lacking at times. And I would agree that sometimes, and maybe it's because I'm a PE teacher, and so maybe they're not as familiar with kind of what we do and things like that as compared to what's happening in a classroom. But I feel at times that maybe there could be more feedback given for improvement. um, One thing I have really enjoyed uh, with some evaluations is a kind of a probing question at the end of it, where it just kind of gives you something to think about, where it's not telling you what you should be doing or what they think should be done, but it's kind of just getting you to think like, well, what if have you ever thought of trying this or things like that. I think that's more of a positive way to kind of get your teachers thinking about areas that they can improve in, or get higher level thinking out of their students. So I enjoy so far what I've been doing, and like I said, just looking forward to taking these next steps and becoming an administrator. So nice meeting you all. Hope you all enjoy your evening.